Welcome back to another gadget report. Let's talk gadgets. And this week we are going to talk about something that for me it's a little sad, and I know for a lot of people it's a little sad, which is the last Queen of the Skies was delivered for the freight company Atlas. So we are going to talk about the last 747 to be delivered by Boeing. Before that, I would like to thank all the comments I received for my last video. I knew it was a rather controversial topic and that will bring lots of opinions. As I said, I will not delve into conspiracy theories. I not delve into political commentary because I don't think it suits the purpose of this channel nor of that video. The intent was by no means being political. I was just stating the fact that the court has ruled and there had been 3 people convicted of that crime. I am planning maybe next month to do an insider with the analysis of all the comments I received. I thank the commentators for really for participating, and so stick around. I may have something to add to this, but as I said, I will not delve in political commentary and I will not delve into conspiracy theories. I did the same with MH370, and obviously I will have exactly the same rule for MH17. So this was just a little note about the previous video. So let's talk about the last Queen of the Skies. So let's talk gadgets. So let's talk gadgets and let's talk Boeing 747, or as we all love to call it, the Queen of the Skies. And it was published on a press release from Boeing itself last month that the last Queen of the Skies was delivered. It was delivered on the 31st of Jan, and freight company Atlas International was the last client to receive the last Boeing 747. As you know, I'm a huge fan of this aircraft. I have very fond memories of flying a 747. I've done so lots of times in my trips from London to Sydney, and with British Airways, as I've mentioned. And I've also did it with KLM and Malaysia Airlines. I also mentioned that, and it has always been a great experience. I love that aircraft. I think I could safely say that it's one of the responsible or the culprits for me to become aviation lover the way I am, because I truly loved it. As I already told you about my experience, dread planes. I call them the flying gadgets, as you know. and out of a sudden, I decided to come to Australia, and I started loving them. As I mentioned, the service provided by KLM flight attendants was definitely the big thing for me to really enjoy flying. They were great, and I have great memories of that flight with KLM and of those flight attendants. They were amazing. But then I started flying with British Airways, which became my favorite airline. I really like flying with British Airways, and I have very fond memories of the Queen of the Skies. So reading this press release from Boeing, it always leaves you a little sadness, because this aircraft revolutionized flying, and you know that. I've mentioned that. I've done a gadget report about Boeing and the Boeing 747 and all its history. So it was a revolution. It was, we can say, and it says on the article, that this plane transformed aviation and global air travel, and we know that because of obviously its capacity. There was a huge increase in capacity with the Boeing 747, and obviously range as well, etc. So this plane was like a huge change for aviation. Not to mention the glamour, its lines, its presence. We all know that aircraft. It's beautiful. Let's say it. It's beautiful. Yes, for today's standards, obviously in terms of air pollution, etc., it would not be the best, but we still love it because it's beautiful, and it just shows, or it just signals the end of an era, I think. So so as I said, on the 31st of Jan, according to Boeing and its article, I'm reading through my notes, former and current Boeing employees joined together with clients, etc., to deliver the last 747. It was quite a celebration of this aircraft that meant so much for airlines, meant obviously profitable operations and great success, and for passengers, lots of fond memories. I know I do. And of course, for Boeing, obviously, a lot of profit as well, because it was one of the most popular aircraft with airlines. I remember Qantas at some point had a fleet of 747s. So it was, this aircraft was quite important for aviation. So the 747 made its maiden voyage on the 9th of Feb 1979, and here it is, almost at the same time. Oh, it would have been its anniversary in 9 days after that. It finally has its last delivery. So it was quite a feat, was quite a very important moment. And the freight carrier Atlas International was the last client. After using this aircraft for decades, the company and actually the company was founded 30 years ago with a 747. That's what the article says. So it was founded with one single 747 200. So it says a lot about this aircraft, and it says a lot about its history and about the importance of this aircraft for global aviation. I think for sure it's the end of an era, and yeah, I think now it's time to say goodbye to the Queen of the Skies, unfortunately. So for today, for this gadget report, a little somber. If you really like the 747, I would say it's a little somber, but such is life. That's what it is. We need to move on, and now we will have plenty more gadgets coming, environmentally friendly gadgets, all sorts of gadgets, and I think that's what we need to look forward to. It's the future and the future of gadgets, and at the moment I've got a big gadget just flying over, and that's what you can hear, so how appropriate. And before I go, I would like to thank you all, and leave me your comments if you have had beautiful memories on a 747. Leave your comment below, share it with us, Or if you have another aircraft that you consider your favorite, please leave me a comment below. Or if you would like to suggest a subject for a new gadget report, please do. I'll be very, very happy to take it on board, as you know. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching, and put a like on the video and subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell so you get a notification of a new gadget report every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you once again and wish you a very good week. See you next time. Thank you. Bye.